up, boys and girls? Thank you for coming in. Excuse me if I look a little funny. Oh, right before I turned the camera on, I started yawning and just feeling like I was about to fall over asleep. Don't know what's just like that comes on. What can I say? And I still don't have Elmer. I have to get some batteries for Elmer, or a battery for Elmer. He's not working. Not that he does a whole lot anyhow, but he's not working. So you got to put up on my finger coming in on the screen to turn it on and off. Today, well, this is what I want to talk about in this video. This is another quit smoking video. Today is April 10th, okay? So there's 10 days in April, 31 days in March, and 26 days in February that I didn't smoke. I quit February 2nd. So 26, 31, and 10, if I added it up right, comes out to 67. 67 days of being a non-smoker. I qualify. Yay, so thank you very much. Appreciate the applause. But there's some other things that come in handy with it as well. Some other things that come in interesting with it as well. If you multiply 67 days by 10 cigarettes a day, that's pretty easy. And 10 cigarettes a day was really a minimum. It's probably closer to 11 or 12, but we're just going to go with 10. Makes the easy round number. That's 670 cigarettes minimum. 600. Yeah, I like that noise. Anyway, sorry about that. I had an interruption on the screen. That's 670 cigarettes minimum. 670 cigarettes that I have not smoked. And you know, when you quit smoking, it's like, man, I saved money. I didn't buy a pack of cigarettes. Man, there's all those cigarettes. 600, and the further time goes on, the more these numbers come up to. And 670 cigarettes is a lot. I tell you where else 670 cigarettes is a lot, is that I haven't paid for them. Now, I did this twice to make sure it was right, because it didn't look right for me to start with. I got it on my piece of paper here. See my scrap paper? You should watch out what that says before I put it up there. Ain't nothing on there. Anyway, on my piece of paper right here, it says 67 days without buying cigarettes at $7.68 a pack, which if I'm remembering correctly, and they're still the same price, that's how much they were. That comes out to $514.56. Now, I'm going to tell you something. $514.56 is a pretty good chunk of money. At least it is to me. That's a pretty good chunk of money. I mean, you could do a lot. Let's just call it $500. You could do a lot with $500. You could buy 5 gallons of gas. That's a little joke there. Not very funny, but it's a little joke. I mean, you could. Amy and I could have a blast. We could go out really for $500. Amy and I could go out and have a Saturday morning to Sunday night cruise. Go around antique stores or do whatever. Get a nice hotel room. Have dinner. $500. We could do that and probably come home and change. So, not smoking has put a vacation in my pocket. Not only to mention how much better I feel. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. I know I suffered permanent damage. Everybody has their issues, right? But I am so much better than what I was. I feel so much better than what I did. Breathing is much, much less laborious. You may be able to notice it through the microphone. I don't know. I probably should go back and check some of my other videos to see, because I haven't messed. I set the volume up the same way every time. I do this. I do the the volume setup. You know, I found out what worked, and I leave that alone, right? So, and I keep sniffing, because that's one thing that happened when I quit smoking. Was I constantly got a case of the sniffles. Oh, and something else I forgot to bring up. I'm sure you noticed. Check this out. Huh? Look at that. My shirt's not blue. How did that happen? Well, I'm going to tell you how it happened. I looked up the manufacturer of those blue shirts that I always wear, my Called On shirts. Spam. Excuse me. Bink. Spam ball. I looked up the manufacturer and the product number, and then I went on to Amazon and searched it and found, because those shirts that I have, spam call, boink. Because those shirts that I have, those Called On shirts, are very comfortable to wear. They're just, I love them. That's one of the reasons I keep on wearing them, is because they're like the perfect T-shirt to me. But I've got to move on from the Called On thing. And to be honest with you, a lot of those shirts are pretty. They're pretty gnarly. A lot of holes in them, and paint all over them, and glue all over them. And anyway, so I went into Amazon and found the same manufacturer and the same model number of the shirts, and I went and bought a bunch of them. Now, unfortunately, one thing that hadn't occurred to me was they're all the shirts I bought. I'm pretty sure all the shirts I bought are the same color, which probably wasn't the best thing for me to do. But I don't, I really don't care. The truth of it is. But I look different, don't I? I don't have a blue shirt on, and this shirt doesn't say anything. So there we go. I am neutral, Don. All right. Thank you very much for being here. Another day, another quit smoking video. We'll do this again. Thank you very much. Appreciate the applause. Appreciate the support. Appreciate you being here. I appreciate everything about you guys being around, because without y'all, there wouldn't be much point in me doing this. I mean, I could watch it myself, I guess, but I watch it 5 times before I post it, so I've already seen it enough. 67 days, cigarette free, $514.56 richer, 670 cigarettes I have not smoked. If you want to quit smoking, I'm looking for Elmer. Elmer's battery's dead. I am absolute 100% living proof that if you want to quit smoking after doing it your whole life, you can. You just got to want to. You got to want to really bad. Talk yourself into smoking being the most disgusting thing that ever walked the face of the earth. Convince yourself that smoking probably won't kill you, but it's gonna put you in a health position where you're going to be grossly uncomfortable, and although you'll probably live through it, you're going to be very, very sorry. I don't want to use examples because I don't want to upset anybody, but just think about where smoking's taking you. Think about me having saved $514 not buying cigarettes. I mean, that's a big deal. I think $500 is a pretty good chunk of change. Think about 670 cigarettes, absolute minimum. 670 cigarettes that I haven't smoked. It's a good feeling. Thanks for being here. I'm out.